Wow, wow, yo, yippee, yay. This is Powered Christmas Edition. I hope you guys are good. I hope you guys are great. In this special episode, we're not going to go through a lot of things, but maybe just to remind ourselves, the good times of this year and hopefully how we could build a more sustainable 2024 altogether. First and foremost, I hope all of you guys wish you happy Hanukkah, Merry Christmas, and obviously a happy New Year. In these times that the most important is to stay with those that you love the most, that you care the most, but it's all the time to relax, think about how we could anticipate our next big year, a big chapter of growing wealth together and becoming financial free. So if we wanted to sum up 2023, it was quite a wild one. If you guys remember, at the end of Q4 last year, SBF and FTX just blew up. And it started a year where he said that 2023 was the best year to build your wealth. And not saying that 2024 is going to be a bad one, but 2023 was not the ones that was very scary to invest. But you saw Ethereum under 1,000, you saw Solana at $10, you saw, Bitcoin at 15K. And I know that some of you guys were fortunate enough to have sufficient funding and be able to as well to invest into 2023. If you recall 2023, the first quarter for SwissBorg was definitely a miracle one. And thanks to you guys again. Thanks so much for the Series A. $23 million was raised out of 17,000 people, being one of the biggest crowd equity funding of all time, if not the biggest. Now 17,000 shareholders at SwissBorg, which is really amazing. And for that, I really want to thank all of you guys for that. If not, the rest of the year, if you look at the 7 different pillars of the 7 different layers of SwissBorg, what have we done? The first layer in payments, we've obviously added some fiat gateways. So that was something really cool and some new things. And obviously we have added, the debit card and more credit card and Apple Pay and Google Pay. So really a way for people not to necessarily build their wealth, but at least to try out at first, start with small amounts and grow their wealth eventually with bigger funding. The step number 2, the smart engine. This was probably one of the biggest thing where we finally was able to get to change the smart engine itself by really bringing essentially the MEX, right? That we're better than SEX, as you guys know. We're now the MEX, and I think so. The beauty of this MEX is how to go from Forex to centralized exchanges and eventually to decentralized exchanges using the Solana as a backbone. I'll maybe talk about a little bit about Solana right after. This is a big game changer for SwissBorg. That has enabled us essentially to be able to use blockchain, as well to list any tokens that is from Solana ecosystem, which is obviously a very growing one. And I think so. We weren't able to add Bonk at the best time and all that and add other renders and so whatsoever. But I think so now that we have this technology as ready, hopefully we will be able, and we still got Jito at the same, right at the emission of the token. And there's still much more to be coming that we'll talk in early January about that. The other thing I think so what we've added essentially to the Mexico, to the layer 3 is the whole earn parts, right? The earn part, which is definitely one of the very exciting part of staking, of being able to really do native staking, but as well liquid staking as well. Okay, so native staking is something that's really cool. And more liquid staking, I think. So this is definitely one of the big game changer because bringing, LST brings you essentially a different yield. And we started with obviously EigenLayer, which is definitely an episode that we'll talk about more in 2020 about restaking, but as well, Jito has been able to get a higher yield on Solana and to get an airdrop for those that were lucky enough. That was definitely a great move that happened. Then essentially the layer 4 and, I forgot in the layer 3 to automate more things going forward, which essentially is a lot to do with Auto Invest. Auto Invest was definitely a great one for DCAing. So dollar cost average, getting into positions, but as well getting out into positions in 2024. This will be a big call that we'll have to do together. And then going to the Thematics, right? The Thematics was launched obviously last year. But the first allocation, essentially the second thematic was definitely a game changer with being able to invest in gold, but as well Bitcoin itself, being able to essentially hopefully get Bitcoin when things are pumping, actually sell Bitcoin when things are not going well and going to gold, and that you're really playing that game. And so far it's going very well. We have the Banter thematic as well, which is more higher risk type of thing. And I think so this is what shaped us as well. So if you look at the golden statistic, lower risk, the best of blockchain, medium risk, you can see the bouncer was going to be at higher risk. We'll have essentially three different type of appetites, three different type of mandates, and three different out views of how you could play this market going forward. Launchpad and the layer 5, that was definitely a game changer. Being able to finally get to that layer 5 and have early deals started with SwissBorg, but then there was obviously some others that went on the line. All very interesting projects. I know that some of people are still a bit annoyed about the fact that, not people will get into essentially these vaults. It's very hard if you're not part of the not part of the Pegasus Club, or if you're not in the top 100 heroes. But we will find an easier way going forward, which essentially is the top 1,000 heroes that will get dedicated vaults, which means the top 1,000 token holders going forward. So that would be a good way to bring smart utility to the SwissBorg token itself. And last but not least, it is all the RWA and the mandates. Unfortunately, we haven't been able to yet ship, but these things are being cooked right now as we talk, and we're trying to figure out how we're going to be able to do some real things that will have some impact in 2024. This message as well is to talk about what has been recently a bit frustration on the SwissBorg token. The CHSB to the board migration happened extremely well, and I think everyone now realized how great this move was done. I think so some people are a bit annoyed about the price not pumping and things like that. There's all seasons for everything. And I think so there's a narrative to control. There is a lot of utilities that could be brought. I think so we definitely are working on both of these things. And I think that being able to bring finally the Borg into DeFi is going to have as well a very nice aspect to it. Having new net money and new net flows, we have like pretty much 1 million to 2 million per day that's coming in. But a lot has to do with as well new people coming into SwissBorg ecosystem. So I think so those are the two sides, the centralized part and the decentralized part that we really have to work very hard on. And I think so a new white paper is about to be printed, about to be made. I think that what we have to understand is that, we will work every day on how to improve the Borg utility and the Borg ecosystem in general. And I think so, sooner or later, fireworks will happen, and people will be very amazed about how we're able to, bring a new life to essentially the Borg token. That's the most important. Last but not least, I want to talk about the fact that, we produce a really nice crypto wealth report, 2024, the outlook and how it's going to be. I really invite all of you guys to check it out. It's in the link here. And if you haven't found it out, check it out on Twitter, on Anthony's or our main channel. It's something that's really robust. It's really good that we're going to talk about in the powwows and different other sessions with Anthony and the entire financial team. Last but not least, I hope you guys enjoy every moment. I'm here at the airport between planes to have different things at different destinations. Try to guess out this one, by the way. But things I think so. Again, end of the year is a good time for everyone to rewind a bit, maybe chill a bit, figure out what's the next big move, but as well to let know how this ecosystem is going to grow in 2024 and how you guys be able to front run this, how you're able to help your friends and families to get into this. And I think so. We need more of that. We need more Borgers. This is something that I really call all of us, the Borg army and Borg, citizens, as to get more Borgers. We know that we deliver. We know that we're here for 7 years. We know that we're here with a rock. We are regulated. We have game. We have technology. We have products. We have everything to become the best economic wealth management ecosystem. We have the best utilities that have in most different crypto tokens. Most tokens don't have utilities. We really do have some. So I think so it's now to be proud, to be like, yes, I'm a Borger. I'm wearing this here, even if I have my silly Christmas, sweater. I have the Borg in my mind. I have the Borg in my heart. And I think so it's our time for Borgers to be proud, to share it to the world, and to say that the green laser eyes and the green beautiful heart is a game changer. And no one has that. No one has what we have today, but no one has a track record that's as big, as community driven, as transparent, and as honest about how to get the financial freedom. A lot of people, will doubt, then they'll start listening, and then they'll start enjoying, and then start becoming, generation premium and more, right? We really have to bring more people to understand that how we're different from the competition, how we're better from the competition, and how we'll have a much brighter future altogether. With that, as always, be wealthy, be healthy, love our Borg and equity. Take care, guys. Much love. Bye.
Through SwissBorg, all assets will have a fiat gateway. And here is the thing.
Premium features gives you zero fee trading.
It's an amazing fiat gateway.